I've spent quite a bit of time the last few days bouncing around all over the gambling channels on YouTube, and I must say it's absolutely amazing how incredibly lucky people are. I I'm a little suspicious, I must say. I spent a particular amount of time on the all casino action channel because I don't know, there's something very appealing about Sarah Meister and her approach to blackjack, which is in such contrast to her partner's pessimism and constant moaning that it just becomes a laugh after a while. And of course, it took me until about the third or fourth session to realize that Sarah doesn't lose. But hey, everybody's got to make a living, and who can complain about that? The point of this little video is just to push home the whole idea of recovery potential, which is an essential part of being successful at at gambling long term. And I'm going to use the next screenshot to expand on that. Yeah, what you notice with a lot of these gambling videos on the YouTube channels is that the betting is really haphazard. It's absolutely all over the place, and of course, sometimes that can be hugely successful. But the videos that were not being shown are the ones that were not quite so hysterically profitable and fun. There is really no long-term sense in betting randomly or by the seat of your pants or whatever you want to call it. The whole point of pattern betting and of capped or restrained double down betting is that you must, once you reach your target, fall back to your minimum bet and start over, because the longer you stay at high bets, the more likely you are to catch a serious cold. Yeah, recovery potential may not be an expression you've ever heard of before, and that's not really surprising because I made it up. I mean, a long time ago, but nonetheless, it was an invention of mine, and all it basically refers to is the fact that if you are X amount in the hole and you bet X divided by 100 in an attempt to recover your losses, then obviously you're up shit creek and you are never going to get out of trouble. There's just no way. What I go for all the time is a relationship between the win target, which is the loss to date, plus whatever the bonus is appropriate, whatever applies. There has to be a relationship where the next bet value is ideally not less than 20% of the recovery target. You can't do that once you hit your maximum, but if you're betting with a strong bankroll and with discipline and consistency and courage and confidence, then it's going to take you a long time before you hit that ceiling. The way pattern betting works over time is that you start out with obviously the hope that you're going to make a little bit of money, but you're not looking to make a lot. You're looking to just constantly keep making your target. It's a reasonable target. It's not a greedy target. And then as soon as you reach it, you fall back to a minimum bet. And if that means going to another table or a different casino, whatever, that's fine, because what you're doing is constantly growing the bankroll so that it gets stronger and stronger. And the stronger the bankroll is, obviously, the stronger you are, and the better your chances are of continuing to grow. But you don't increase your bet values in proportion to the size of your bankroll. What you do is you just figure out a level of betting that works for you. Probably minimum 25 would be about right in today's gambling, at least in the United States. But you just steadily keep building, keep working on that bankroll, keep building it up, and over time, your confidence will grow, your competence will grow as well, because you'll get better and better at playing the game. And it's quite interesting watching Sarah Meister in particular, because her approach is very pragmatic. I know she must be curating these videos, and the losing ones don't get shown, but she just has the right attitude. It's all sort of nice when she hits a win, and darn when she loses, or oh man, or whatever, and that's not a bad way to. Recovery potential is about having complete confidence, mathematically as well as commonsensically and logically and all the rest of it, that the way you're betting makes recovery, makes turnaround attainable, not pie in the sky. And it obviously gets to the point where, like, if your next bet value is a tenth of your target, then it's going to take more successive wins in a row for you to be able to turn around. So you just have to keep that balance. And like I say, 20% or 5 times is about right. And the way that three play works is that you can double, once you hit a win, you can double 3 times before freezing your bet, and then sort of recognizing that, okay, you're going to have to step back a little bit, and you may have to sort of reduce your bet amounts, or at least not reduce them, but keep them at the same level. But I have to make one important point, and that is that so much of what you're doing here is all about you applying your own experience, your own gut feelings, not to the extent that you're betting randomly, because that's the wrong kind of gut feeling. You need to be betting according to a strict strategy, but you need to sort of allow yourself to say to yourself, okay, I want to get out of here. I want to go somewhere else. I want to carry on betting at the same level somewhere else against a different game, perhaps.